Welcome to this energetic healing for those deep, deep rejection wounds that we're holding inside of us. Now, if we haven't already met in this lifetime, my name is Chris, and I use a bunch of different energy healing modalities that have come naturally to me to help people really begin to remember who they are. I also teach courses to help give you the tools and information that you require in order so that you can begin to not only heal yourself, but you can start working with others and healing others. Now, rejection is something that we hold on to so deeply, and it's something that's very deeply internalized. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to use a little bit of light language and a little bit of energy healing to help us begin to kind of work through and release some of these deep rejection wounds, but then as well begin to open up to those feelings of worthiness, begin to open up to that feeling of unconditional love. As well, we're going to sit with that shadow of rejection. Excuse me. And by really sitting with that shadow and doing that deep shadow work, we're going to bring all those pieces of us that are still hidden in the background, that are still hidden in that darkness, into the light. And this is such profound and transformative work because all of our power that we're not using is in the shadows. Everything that's in our awareness right now, everything that's in our consciousness has already been brought to the light. It's these things in the background that we still haven't moved forward with us. So this is where it can be very profound. So we're going to do a little bit of work there. Sorry. Now, to receive this, know that you can receive it in whatever ways possible, whatever way resonates with you. You can lay down, you can remain seated, you can move around, but as always, I just highly recommend for you not to be driving a motor vehicle or some piece of heavy machinery, something like that, because a lot of deep emotions are going to come up, and it's important to try to just be as present in your body as possible. But we'll get you just to get comfortable wherever you're at. And we're going to take a couple of nice big deep breaths in together just to reset our nervous system to help bring us back to our natural state so now we can begin to release these things. So just take a nice big deep breath in, pushing that air all the way down into your stomach. We're just going to hold it and hold it and sigh it all out. There we go. That's perfect. We'll take one more nice big deep breath in, pushing the air all the way down to our stomach. And just release that all out. Good. And then to start, we're just going to connect heart to heart. We're going to allow for this connection to happen. That if you're open, willing to receive, we're going to allow that to begin to help us begin to release some of the stuff that we no longer need. There we go. Perfect. And now we're also just going to ground your energy into the earth. This grounding process is so important, as when we're grounded, when we're fully connected into that physical, that's when our bodies begin to feel safe. That's when all the magic happens and we can begin to just release all this stuff. There we go. That's perfect. Nice and grounded. And, as always, everyone releases in their own way. Some may cry, some may feel energy physically leaving their bodies, other may burp, yawn. Know that however you release energy is perfectly okay and uniquely, special to you. So we're just going to begin to go into the depths of where some of these wounds first originated of that rejection. We're going to just begin to release some of those deep events, those traumas, those difficult experiences with rejection. Ujatli kriya tole kriya toyak ya tutoya kriya tola kriya kriya toyak yakudoya kriya uakakia kuya kaya tekra. And as well, we're going to release some of that shame that we hold on to, because one of the processes with rejection is we begin to internalize something wrong with us, something that we're not enough, that we're not right, that if we were different, things would be different. And these are very, very difficult things and processes, because now, we're beating ourselves up for something that was completely out of our control. For people that, may have been hurt themselves, that may have been coming from their own traumas and unable to fully see you for who you are. So we're just going to begin to just release that shame. Uyashkara karito ala kiriti kishkara taikara tola kirito uyakuya uakuya kukuyakare yishkara taikara uyakare kigara uyakrishkara taikara tola kirito lokuyatishkara yakuya kigara uishkara taikara tuyaka uayakuyaka yatekara uayakuya kuyaka yayeto yakiyatokara. Good. Now that we've begun to release a lot of those big things, now that our body's a bit open up, what we're going to do is invite in that shadow of rejection. So at this time, I'm just simply going to hold space, and I invite you to do the same, because again, we don't actually have to do anything other than just accept, other than just simply be. To sit with that part of ourselves, to sit with those shadows. And when we invite in the shadow, know the different memories may come up, know the different feelings, these triggers may arise. And if you're able just to simply be, to just coexist with these painful events, we'll begin to slowly integrate them into our light. So once again, we're just going to invite in that shadow of rejection. We're just going to allow for it to slowly come. And we're just going to just be present and just simply be. You're doing so well. And just continue to sit with that. Continue to allow for this integration. Continue to allow for that acceptance. Knowing that we don't have to change anything. That everything is exactly as it's meant to be. Knowing too that everything was created by light. Everything was created by God, by the universe, by the Creator. So everything wants to return back to this light, your shadow included. And by doing exactly what you're doing, by just sitting, by just accepting and just being, we're going to begin to open up that space for this shadow to come in. Just continue and just sit with that. You're doing so well. And at This time we're just going to thank our shadow, knowing that there still may be aspects of it to be integrated, and that's okay, because we don't need to rush our healing. We don't need to heal and build all of Rome just today. That we can take our time, and in divine timing, with ease and grace, this shadow will soon be integrated. For now, we're just going to thank it. We're going to give gratitude. And now open ourselves up to divine love, to that divine understanding, and that feeling of divine worthiness to help fill up our energetic bodies from head to toe and everywhere in between. Ishkariatole kiria shkariatole kiriatu yakari yakoria ishkariatole kiriatu yakakue kiria gakira yato yakaraya o yakaria te kariatole kiria shkariatole kiria yakukuku yakare yakuria kukuku yakare ishkariata yatola kiriatu kiriata shkariatole kiriatu yakara o yakari ishkariata yato yaka Wa yaki kiriatole kirishkariatole kiriatu kaku yakare yakure yaki yakrichi Wa queria tola queria to ya kukuya tish queria tola queria to akra. Ishkare to queria tola queria. Wa ya ti queria to ya queria tish queria to ya ka. And I'll just align and attune you to your highest, most healed timeline, closing off all those other lower timelines. Tuning you to this beautiful frequency. Knowing that you're enough, knowing that you're loved, and that you're perfect just the way you are. Know that you can watch this as many times as you may need, that these wounds are often layered and quite complex. If you think about all the different times that you've experienced this feeling of rejection, that it may be necessary to sit with it more than once and know that that's perfectly okay. We'll just take another nice big deep breath in and sigh it all out. And one more big deep breath in and sigh it all out. Knowing that you are enough. You are perfect the way you are. Thank you so, so much for being here. We're just going to disconnect, allow you to get your power back, allow me to get my sovereignty back. And I hope to be able to see you again. Thank you.